Hello guys, so in this video I'll be sharing my story of why I left my first job as a software developer. Alright, without wasting any time, let's get right into it. So I'm just going to tell you everything that really was related to the reason I actually left the company, right? So like I said, I actually started working at that company in June 2021 and that was my first job. I've never gotten a software developer job before. So I was brought on board as a full stack software developer. So I was doing all the design and the development and actually deploying everything and making sure that everything doesn't break. So at the job, I learned about AWS, I learned Microsoft Azure, the DevOps part of things. I also learned about containers, the Docker containers. I learned a lot of things as I was working at the company because they gave me an opportunity to actually learn and actually use the skills that I've learned to actually build whatever they're looking for or to actually improve what they already have, right? So at the job, was really interesting to me because I'm a person who likes learning new things. So they gave me that opportunity to actually learn something and then build, right? Let's say, for example, I'm watching YouTube videos and I'm not able to find the right tutorial or the right content to actually learn that specific tool or learn that specific technology I want to learn. I basically go to them and let them know that I want to learn this thing from Udemy or whatever platform that has courses, paid courses, and they're going to pay for that course for me. So that's why I actually stayed at the company for a long time because there was a lot to learn. They've given me an opportunity to learn a lot of things, and instead of actually learning then doing nothing with those skills that I've learned, they actually given me an opportunity to integrate those skills into their platform and to improve it in whatever way I want. I can actually go to the manager or my boss to actually tell them about a feature that I can improve using the skill that I've learned. Then he'll see if it's actually going to improve, and if it does, then he gives me that green light to actually integrate that into their platform, right? So yeah, they're giving me an opportunity to learn and build, right? Which is what you need as a developer. So yeah, that's just a bit of introduction of everything that I did at the company. Like I said, I was doing full stack, which is everything from design, development, then to deploying. So yeah, I had someone who's above me, that person who would actually review my code and actually test before actually letting everything go into production. Then I can move on to work on another thing. But if he spotted something that I need to change or something that needs to be improved, he'll let me know that I'll do the change, I will make the change, right? So yeah, that's about the introduction about what I was doing in the company. So getting to the reason I made this video. So the reason I actually left the company is because I reached the point where I was not really growing in the company. So I was doing the same thing every single day. I was doing database management, which is not something that I like doing, which is basically looking at the database. If there's a user that needs to be removed, I'll remove that manually. They didn't really have an admin page where those things will be made that easy. So I had to go to the database, remove people or do some changes to some database. So it was all about database management. And I also even went to the boss and told him that I need a new challenge because I'm doing the same thing every single day. But he told me that is not really in the company's plans so far, or that's not in his plan so far. So I accepted that and had some hope that things would change, but things didn't really change. I would just do database management, which is something I haven't applied for. So at that point, I just had to think really deep to see if this is something that I want. So I decided to actually look for an opportunity somewhere else where I'll be able to grow, because right now I'm just comfortable. I'm doing the same thing. What I was doing is not really hard. You can do it, but I wasn't really growing because I want to build things. I want to design things, right? But there I was just interacting with the data, which is not what I want to do. So I had to think deep if this is something that I want to do for a long time. So I came to the conclusion that I need to find a new job. So I basically started applying for jobs. Then yeah, in about a month, I actually got a new job. So yeah, that's the reason I actually left the company, guys. It's basically because I was not being challenged enough. I was not growing as a developer. Although I was working with a team, but at that point I was just doing database management, which is not something that I like doing. Although I can do it, but I can do it if there are other things that I can do during the day, like building things, building some few features or designing things. That's okay if database management is also included into that. But if I'm doing database management only throughout the months, that's not something that I want to do, right? So yeah, that's the reason I actually left the company. I had to think deep because that was my first job and I appreciated the opportunity, but I was not really growing. I was just doing something that I haven't applied for, right? So yeah, that's the reason I left the company, guys. Now I found a new job and I'm really happy because at this company, I'm also learning a lot of things like I did previously. So it's not the same way like learning something new then integrating it into the platform. platform or in their website, but I'm just building things, guys. I'm actually designing things. And at this company, I'm also a full stack web developer. So I do the design, I do the development and deployment. And sometimes I just do some testing, right? At this company, I'm able to build with a team. So at this company, I'm learning a few things from other developers. So yeah, everything's going great so far, and I'm happy with the decision that I've made. But I'm not really against the company where I was working at. They're a great company and everything there is awesome. Just that at that point, I was not really given that opportunity to grow or given a challenge. I was just comfortable doing the same thing every single day, although I was getting paid for that. But that's not really something that I want to do, because it's going to hurt me in the long run, because I'm staying behind on some of the things or some of the technologies that are out there or some of the things that are being updated, right? So yeah, that's the reason I left the company, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to end this video right here, and if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you get content like this directly to you, and hit that bell icon so you get notified whenever I release new content. And like this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Have an awesome day. Bye.